Salve. Welcome, friend. My name is Brent. I am a Freemason, and this is Stone, Iron, and Oak. Today we're taking on one of the most important steps in becoming a Mason: how to choose the right lodge. In the past, this choice was simple. If you lived in my 7 times great-grandfather's day, you joined the lodge that was closest to your farm. By the time my father became a Mason, things were a little bit more nuanced. While there were still strong local lodges, there were many lodges that were based around professions. For instance, there was police lodges, firefighters lodges, electricians, plumbers lodges, doctors and lawyers lodges. These became places of affinity and shared identity. Today, lodge life has changed just a little bit. Many lodges have consolidated, which brings in brothers from wider geographic areas, but there are still a number of personalities that you'll find in different lodges. I drive past probably a dozen lodges on my way to one of mine. Why? Because that culture fit is right for me and I feel most comfortable in that particular location. Every lodge has its own personality, and choosing the right one can make a world of difference. Over time, lodges develop distinct personalities. When looking at lodges, you may find social lodges where friendship and fellowship is the main focus. Professional lodges where younger men are balancing their profession and their family life. Esoteric or educational lodges where study, philosophy, and deep discussion are central to their life. Philanthropic lodges where fundraising and charitable giving is the heartbeat of the lodge. Now, most lodges are going to be an amalgamation of these characteristics, but one of them usually shines through. Finding the lodge that matches your needs and personality is one of the most important things you can do. There is no wrong choice, but there are some better fits. You see, there really isn't a wrong lodge. Many men will start off in one lodge and then affiliate with another that better suits them down the roads once they have a better idea of what they're looking for. You could even be a plural member and belonging to more than one lodge. The craft gives you the ability to move around as your location, needs, and what you're looking for out of the craft will change. Here's some practical advice before petitioning. So how do you find the right lodge? The answer is actually fairly simple. You're going to want to give them a call, find out when their meeting nights are, and if they have a meal beforehand. They'll usually be inviting you to dinner in order to meet some of the guys and so that they can meet you. Our meetings might be private, but Masons and lodges love having guests for dinner. And if they hand you a petition during that dinner, do not feel pressured. In fact, it's probably best to wait. Come back again, have more dinners, meet more of the guys, even visit another lodge, but take your time. There's no rush to join, and nothing worse than joining a lodge where you don't feel comfortable, engaged, or inspired. If you're not sure where to find your local lodge, there's a couple of different options. You can go to your Grand Lodge's website, which usually has a lodge locator tool. Simply put in your address or the address of your office, and it can put you in touch with a lodge that is closest to one of those locations. Another option is to go to beafreemason.org. By submitting an inquiry at that website, it will route it automatically to your local jurisdiction, and then they will get it to a lodge closest to you. On your search, beware of what are called clandestine lodges. These are groups that are not recognized by any legitimate Grand Lodge. These can be tricky to spot if you're new or don't know what you're looking for, which is why I recommend sticking with a Grand Lodge website locator or beafreemason.org. Some of the red flags that indicate you might be dealing with a clandestine lodge are: they claim to sell you insurance. They promise to make you rich. They call themselves the Illuminati. They admit both women and men and consider themselves to be mainstream Masonry. Their name includes LLC or incorporated. They demand tens of thousands of dollars to join, but promise you'll get it back because of something that looks a lot like multi-level marketing. These are just some of the red flags that you'll find on your search if you are looking at a clandestine lodge online. Sadly, I have met a few men who belong to these clandestine lodges thinking that they were legitimate, but since these groups have no recognition, they were unable to visit with our lodges in mainstream Masonry. Thank you for walking this part of the journey with me as we approach the doors of the Masonic Lodge. In our next video, we'll look at the steps of petitioning and how to prepare for initiation. Please like and subscribe so that you will be notified when we dispense more light. Salve. Welcome, friend. The door is now a little closer.